Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Zorian. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. I currently work as an emergency patient care technician, and here on my channel I do a little bit of lifestyle content, chit chat with me, tips and tricks, and I do document my nursing journey. And so I have currently on my channel information or videos relating to when I was a home health aide, when I was a CNA, and now I'm documenting my journey as a patient care technician. Okay, so if these are videos or content that you are interested in, then just be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because I do go through my comment section and reply to everyone. Okay, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so like I said earlier, I currently work as an emergency patient care technician, also known as PCA or PCT. Okay, so throughout this video, I'm going to be referring to it as a PCA or PCT. Okay, now I always explain to you guys that I'm only given information about things that I'm currently in or I'm aware of, so, or my facility basically. So I'm not speaking generally for all the hospitals, I'm not speaking generally for all PCAs or all PCTs, or I'm not. This is just for Zorian and what her experience is like and how she became a patient care technician. And so I'm going to be telling you guys everything I know thus far about becoming a patient care technician and what it entails, the salary, the workload, the job description, all of that jazz. We're going to get into it right into this video. Okay, so let's begin. All right, so a patient care technician is kind of somewhat similar to a CNA. Okay, so just like if you would have seen my other videos, you would see what a CNA is. That's a person who assists patients with their daily living or their daily activities, you know, like brushing their teeth and all of that. But for a PCT, like I said, it's going to be a little bit different because I work in the emergencies department. So it's going to be different for me who works in the ED versus someone who's working in med-surg, or you know what I mean, because it's like they're more long-term there. For me, I see people 1 day, 2 days the most, and that's it. Of course, we have some persons who is like guests in a hotel, because I've had patients who come in with their pulley, their suitcase, all of that jazz, because I do work for the city. So it's like, we can't refuse them. We can't tell them like, hey, no, you know, we have to provide service and care for those persons. So, so I've been seeing this one guy, he knows everyone in there. He's like, yo, and I'm like, oh my God, he's in here too much to know this. So I have people who, you know, usually we have only persons in for a day or two. Like, who's gonna be staying in the emergency department for a week? No one, you know what I mean? So it's a lot different. So like I said, I'm only gonna be giving information about my department and what I am going through right now or experiencing. All right, so as for what I would do, I definitely won't be brushing anyone's teeth that often, changing a diaper or an adult brief if you wish to refer to it as that. I won't be feeding as often. There's a lot less things that I will do now. In this section or in my job description, what I mainly do is EKGs, right? That's, you know, electrocardiograms, you know, that takes the electrical activity of your heart and so forth and so on. I would do blood draws, like, you know, get blood samples. I will do urine samples or urine work, such as pregnancies, dipsticks. I do a bunch of stuff when it comes on to urine, like urine analysis, you know, all of that jazz. I will do those type of work. That's what I will focus on, and it depends on where I'm working. So that's basically what my job description looks like. Of course, I will be changing patients, but it's not as often. I will be transferring patients. I will be helping with ambulation. I will be helping with all of that, just not as much, because most of the patients that are in the hospital or in the emergency section is ambulatory. So it's not like they are coming in with, oh my gosh, I can't do anything at all for myself. You know what I mean? That's that for my job description. Okay, so I do blood work more. I do EKGs and I do urine samples and urine tests and stuff like that. Things along those lines. Okay, the shifts now for a PCT at my hospital is 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. But of course, you know, they leave like within after 3. They just want to do like a little huddle and relay the information to the next shift, and that's it. So it's usually 7 to 3, you know. and then you have 3 to 11 p.m., 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So it's very similar to a CNA at a nursing home. So if you don't know, I used to work at a nursing home as a CNA, and then I resigned in August and became a PCT at a hospital, okay? Just a little backstory. So yeah, so that's the shifts that we have. I talked about the job description, the shifts, and now we are going to talk a little bit about how I became a patient care technician and all of that. So I started school, to be honest, I probably can't be as accurate with the dates because it's a while back. It's this year, but my brain is old. So I started school in May or June, somewhere along those lines. You have to start off as a CNA. As for me, that's what I was told, you know, or in my state, that's what happens. You have to have a CNA license first before pursuing a patient care technician career, you know what I mean, or a job. I was a CNA, I worked as a CNA, and you have to have your license, not just the certificate, but the license of a CNA. Then you have to go back to school for your EKG classes and your phlebotomy classes. So I took those separately, and you pass them, you get your certifications. Now, some people may ask, do you necessarily need like a license, like a PCT license? You don't need it. For the hospital that I applied to, I didn't need it. So that's just that. But I'm not sure. Like I said, everything is different. So always ask questions and make sure that you are asking these type of questions to your administrator or something like that, you know what I mean, because they're the only ones who can help you really. But ask them if, you know, you need to have a PCT license, if the certificate is enough, you know what I mean, because first you do your EKG class, you pass your class, you get your certification. Then you do your phlebotomy class, you pass your class, and you get that certification. Then you are going to make sure that you still have a legit or valid CNA license. So it's not expired, it's not coming to an expiration date very soon. You know, you have your CNA license, right? So 3 things. Then the 4th thing that I needed was a BLS, right? So that's basic life support certification, you know, your CPR certification or something like that. And it varies which one you want to get. I'll insert the one that I have. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go off memory right now and sound stupid. So I'm going to tell you guys which one I actually have and leave it on the screen. Yeah, so you have to make sure those 4 things are up to date, and then you can first apply. My classes for the EKG was around, I think it was 6 weeks. Was it 6 weeks or 4 weeks? Either somewhere about those lines. It wasn't a long time, but it was a good time. It was either 4 weeks or 6 weeks, and it was the same thing for my phlebotomy class. However, I did this at a different school from my CNA program, so I did not do it at the same CNA program. And usually these courses individually, they would range. My school that I went to was very cheap. It was very affordable, child, because some places are charging over $1,000 for just one of the course. And so I think mine was like $900 and something and for one. So you could look at it like $1,800 to $2,000 for the whole course. So that's that. And I did, of course, do this while going to work. Of course, one thing about it, Zoran is going to be going to school and work at the same time. Yeah, I did the morning class. So I think we were going to class from 9 to 1 or 9 to 2, and then I start work at 3 p.m. So yeah, think about it, child. Think about it. I would literally be at work on my lunch break reading notes because I have an exam or a test the next day, and I'm just like, oh my god. But of course, you know me, one thing about it, I'm gonna leave my grades on the screen because like I said, this is not to brag or to boast, but it's for me personally. It's a document. I'm documenting my journey for me to look back and be like, Zoran, you did that. You really did that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna insert a few of my grades. I did pass all of my tests and stuff like that, and I'm very excited and proud of myself with that. My instructor was very, very nice. He was very, you know, kind and thorough with your information, and it didn't feel overwhelming at all. My experience in the class was very nice. Of course, it was very diverse. You meet a lot of new people and you learn, a lot just by going to these classes and doing, you know, these simple courses. Like, you don't have to be enrolled in university and this to do certain things. I feel like people think that you have to have all of that, or you have to take that route. There's different routes on how to do certain things. Okay, so that's just the route I took, right? Yeah, so I did those classes while going to work, passed them, did everything. I'm gonna show you, like, you know, how I did my blood work. I was nervous, y'all. Like, let me tell you something. I was when I was in my phlebotomy class, I was excited to see, you know, how the blood works and all of that, because I was, you know, I'm afraid of needles. I'm petrified. Listen, I recently stopped screaming at my appointments. Okay, so I when he told me that we're not going to be practicing on mannequins, I was like, wait, what? He's like, who's your partner? And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, wait. I'm about to quit this class because I did not see those fine prints that you guys are going to be taking blood work from me. I'm going to pass out in here. Like, what are you talking about? Hello? Okay, not me. Not me. What? I literally run from my appointments. I don't go to my doctor's appointment just because they want a blood work. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm supposed to give you blood sample for free? No. Okay, but I ended up giving in and I did it because it was a butterfly needle. And then, of course, I did not go to the class on the day that they were doing the grenade rolls because you're not poking me. I'm sorry. I am not going to put myself through that. You're not poking me. Yeah, end of story. So I still passed. I still passed the class. The instructor understood. I was like, sir, please, I'm begging you. I cannot. Listen, no, don't do me this. Don't do this to me. So I managed to do my butterfly. I practiced on my partner. I'm going to show you a little video, and then I am going to show you, me doing that. And it was really good. It was very fulfilling. It was a very nice moment. You know, I love going to class and school. It's time to sleep. I literally got home from work and I'm recording this video. So, because what, class and school? Zorian, make it make sense. But I loved going to class and work at the same time just because it kind of gives me a little bit a break. You know, I love work, but then sometimes it's kind of stressing. So I like putting my stress into something else and not my partner or my personal life. You know what I mean? So I could take it out somewhere else. I think you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. For those who get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. But that's my experience with my class and the course. Now, let's, get a little bit, in there. How much we make, it all depends on what you're doing because, like I said, and what shift. So, because I'm just knowing that 11 to 7, they get a differential pay. And I'm like, girl, I want to go on your shift because what? I'm kidding. Nothing to me like my sleep. I enjoy sleeping. So, yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to switch shifts, but I feel like it's what you can manage. PCTs in my state could make up to 50,000. 50 to 51,000 a year. So you could do the range or whatever. I think that's what they didn't tell us how much we make like hourly, so I never know. But you're a math brain, so you could do it. I never really cared to really calculate to see how much, but yeah. But if you do OT, that's overtime, you could probably leave with even 70,000, 75, 70,000 with ease because overtime is there and people like calling out on the weekends, so you could do your overtime. Hello. Yeah, so it's up to you. It's very easy for me at the hospital. I'm still in orientation. I'm about to be done like in a week. In this week is gonna be my last week of orientation. So yeah, your girl is out and she's gonna be stunting and she's gonna be enjoying this new chapter of her life, because I feel like the next time you see me, I'm gonna be telling you guys that I'm currently enrolled in nursing school, because I'm just like, I feel like that's just my calling. Like, I can't be one place for too long. I feel like once I've mastered the experience, that's it. Okay, so I'm proud of myself because I've managed to journey from a home health aide to a CNA, and now I'm a patient care technician. Thank you, Jesus. So I'm just moving up the ladder, and I'm happy that I decided to take this route, because one thing about it, when you're gonna call me Nurse Rob or Nurse, it's just gonna make me feel so good, to know that I've gotten to this point. Forgive me if this seems a little bit personal now, but if you have any more questions, be sure to ask them in the comments, because like I said, I respond to all my comments. Okay, so let me know if you have any concerns, anything else that you wanted to talk about or inquire about. That's as juicy as it gets. It's not, there's nothing much really to it. You just make sure you have your BLS certification, your CNA license, and your 2 courses, your EKG and your phlebotomy course. And I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best with your application process to your hospital or wherever institution you want to apply to. I wish you all the best, and keep me posted. Keep me posted. Let me know how it's going. I'm gonna be telling you guys what it's like once I start working there. I'm gonna be coming back and we're gonna be talking about it. So yeah, so just let me know how it goes, and if you have any more questions or concerns, then be sure to leave them in the comment section. But I think that's a wrap. I think that's it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in my other videos to come. I love you all so much, and thank you so much for your love and your support. I really appreciate it. Bye.